Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is June 27th, 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a made for TV event during the Donald J. Trump versus Joseph R. Biden presidential debate at the CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia, on the night of June 27th, 2024. So we're about 30 minutes away from the beginning of the debate, and I'm just going to highlight the most likely scenarios that will take place during the debate, with the goals being, on one hand, to stage a DEFCON level event, apocalyptic natural disaster, or World War III, and then on the other hand, to knock out one or more of these presidential candidates prior to the debate. Which is why the debates were moved up from September, October-ish, where they've historically been 3 months earlier, to June 27th, because the CIA needs to knock out one or both of these candidates prior to November 5th of 2024. On the Democratic side, they have to get Michelle Obama or Gavin Newsom in there. And then on the Republican side, once Trump is neutralized in some form or fashion, either via assassination, hospitalization, death, arrest, etc., they'll put in Ron DeSantis as his fill-in. So firstly, I just want to address the fact that there's no audience going to be at this event. And this is because I believe some foul play is going to be involved. Not only that, but both of the moderators are Jewish, and both Zionists. So there's a difference here. There's Jewish ethnicity, and then there's Jews that have been brainwashed to adopt Zionism, and both Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are that. So that's scary in itself, because they are the ones that have this off switch where they can cut off the presidents when speaking, and so they have the ability to gang up on and to stage an event, which is obviously planned. So exactly what is planned is not known, but a few scenarios is that one or more of these presidents commit suicide during the debate or after the debate due to a performance issue. The second one is that back on last week, a CNN anchor, Casey Hunt, was interviewing a Trump spokesperson named Caroline Levitt, and during the middle of the interview, she cut him off. And this suggests, and this is foreshadowing, that the aforementioned Jewish mediators of the debate will repeatedly cut Trump off to anger him, and then most likely they're going to stage some sort of an anti-Semitic event to smear Trump. So this may be that the moderators accuse Trump of saying that when the mic was off or something like that, but something nefarious is in the works. It's also highly likely that they will repeatedly cut Trump off and break their own rules so that Trump walks off the stage. And then what the CIA will do is stage a precipitous drop in Trump's polls because he left the stage. Even though Biden is not worth debating in the first place, that's a highly likely scenario. Another scenario is that the CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia, and greater United States is hit with a cyber attack during this debate, and then they subsequently blame it on Russia. Another scenario that's quite possible is that the CIA stages Black Lives Matter riots, which have targeted the CNN Center before, during this debate. So the CIA may claim that Trump said something, or Trump may say something, and then it be used to inflame riot. And so in order to foreshadow this, Obama's sister, Aruma Obama, was just gassed in Kenya just a few days prior to this debate. And so this is to, because, Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters were previously gassed by the National Guard in Washington, D.C., and so that may be a possible scenario. Another one is Doctor's Play, which was a CIA war game exercise, which was involving putting odorless smallpox inside a political event, and so that may be in order. That being said, the most likely scenarios is that Biden, who Trump has been insisting take a drug test because he was all jacked up on drugs during the State of the Union address a few months ago, is that Joe Biden has some sort of an allergic reaction overdose to the medication he's prescribed, and then he doesn't make it through the interview. So there's a possibility, a realistic possibility, that either Trump or Biden could suffer a heart attack, a stroke, or some sort of brain aneurysm or something during this. And in the event that Joe Biden and Donald Trump make it out of this debate and make it home to Washington and Miami, respectively, without losing their life or suffering some sort of tragedy, it's highly likely that the CIA will use this live primetime debate between Trump and Biden to stage an event elsewhere in the world. Most likely an Israeli attack or invasion of Lebanon, a North Korea nuclear missile launch, and then we have the Iranian election going on. And so it's likely that the CIA will use this to stage attacks in Iran during this presidential debate, which will take the direction of the presidential debate in a totally different direction. Lastly, because the debates, there's no real topics like mass shootings or the wars are both unpopular, so it's highly likely that the CIA will stage an event just prior to, during this debate to basically hijack the narrative of the debate and take it away from Joe Biden being incompetent and Trump's recent felony conviction, to basically hijack. And this is what the CIA routinely does: is there's events that are happening, they stage events so that they have basically talking points, and so some sort of most likely a mass shooting or a racial related, because it's Georgia, is expected. And so last but not least, earlier I said something about the possibility of labeling Trump anti-Semitic. The same is in respect to race. So basically, we just had this woman, J.J. Redick, just became coach of the Lakers. He was a professional for 12 years. For 18 years, he's been involved in basketball. And 18 years ago, when he was at Duke doing his undergrad, this woman accused him, 18 years later when he becomes the head coach of the Lakers, of saying the N-word to her. And so this is possibly what might be planned also, is that the CIA may claim that Trump used this word on the way into the building, or he used it during the debate, or he used it when the microphone was off, or they may even produce a deep fake or an AI-generated audio or video clip of Trump, and then this would incite the riots that I mentioned in Atlanta, which would obviously burn Atlanta to the ground, which is what happened back in the Civil War. So anyway, praying for a peaceful and uneventful debate this evening. Peace.